Hey there, this is Red, and it's time for a Red review. Today we're going to talk about STEM Epic Heroes. This is a game that came out a couple of years ago. I picked it up off of Kickstarter. The thing that really hooked me on this game was, first of all, was the subject matter. I'm a big believer in the sciences, and I believe that what this game talks a lot about is the history and the people that were a part of that. It gives you a good background in all of them. The second thing that caught me with this game was just the artwork in this game is fantastic. And when we take Alexander Graham Bell and give him a cool card, you got to buy the game, right? So the rules of this game are really like, there's maybe 8 pages of rules in this game, so it's a pretty simple game. If you're looking for a brain buster game, this is not it. This is a game I can play with my kids pretty easily. Early in the game, there's 2 main sets of cards. Let me get them out here real fast, which will also allow me to show you the cards because they're beautiful. So the first thing to talk about is the basic premise of the game is you're trying to achieve the first player to achieve the 5 pieces of scientific discovery wins the game. Well, actually, you don't win the game. That completes the game, right? So you're looking to do an experiment step. You're looking to do an analyze data step. You're looking to do a publish the results step. You're looking to do a hypothesis step. And then there's one more. There it is. You're looking to do the observation step, right? So you have observation step 1, hypothesis step 2, experiment step 3, analyze data step 4, then publish results step 5. Scientific method, right? So you were trying to collect all 5 of these, and the first person that makes all of these happen ends up ending the game. That game ends for that round. So you're not necessarily the winner because each of these have points. So each one of these, in this example, have 3 points. And then what you end up doing is in order to get these, you have to play a scientist on top of them that matches. So this is some of the really beautiful and fun history of the card. So if I go through here, we can see things like there's Woo, Nother, Gödel, Somerville. You've got Carver. There's Newton. Let's throw some of these out here on the side. Hopper, Fleming, Bell, Edison. What else we got here? There's Ada Lovelace. So you've got a few different types of cards. You've got engineers like Edith Clark here. You have technology like Charles Babbage. You have polymaths, which can do anything like Pascal. And then I think you've got mathematics. Where's one of them? So Gödel here is mathematics, right? So I think I hit all of them. I don't think I hit a science person. Carver here is science, right? Okay. So what you're doing is, in your hand, you will have these heroes of the sciences. And what you would do is say, okay, well, if I have Wu here, she could capture this experiment step, right? These would be in the middle for everybody to play off of, and they would be drawing from this deck, so they'd be randomized. And I'm trying to get all 5 steps. So maybe this turn, Wu catches experiment, and then maybe on another turn, I've got Gödel here, and he captures analyze data for step 4, right? And then I work my way to getting all 5 steps. Now, the other thing that I can do is, as I play these cards, I can enhance them with locations and items. So, like, here's a technology item is a laptop, or it could be an abacus, right? Locations could be a science lab, or they could be a workshop. Right, so as I play this card for Wu here, I can put a science lab with that because it matches her color. But I couldn't put the workshop on there because the workshop is for engineering, right? So I'd need an engineering person like the Wright brothers to have the workshop, or Tesla, right? So each of these are worth points as you add these on. So that would be the best thing for me would be to play Woo with the experiment step. I get a science lab, and then I have a science item to put on there also, which would be, there's one, a microscope, right? So at that point, it's 2 points, 3 points, and 3 points. So that's a 8-point play, right? So that would be a pretty good play. At the same time, the other people are trying to play things, right? So you don't want to spend too long saving up for everything to be right because somebody else might go out in the meantime. So it's a set collection game, and like I said, it's pretty simple. Great thing is the artwork in these cards is just fantastic. Can't emphasize that enough. That it's just a beautiful game. So easy game. Can play it with my kids. It's got some things to make the game a little bit tougher. So one of the things I hadn't shown yet was some of the cards you can get are these inspiration cards. And the inspiration cards are kind of like interrupts that can be played in the game. Throw a few of those out there. So what they do is that's some of that take that part of the game. Now, if you were playing with kids, you want to keep it really basic, you could just take all the inspiration cards out of the game and just play with the set collection piece. This actually makes the game a little bit more challenging and mixes it up a bit to have the inspiration cards in there. Another thing that can be in the game is you have these challenge cards, and they can do things like you can get extra points for having both Tesla and Edison, or if you play 3 polymaths in a game, you get extra points. Or you have 2 mathematician heroes and you can get extra points. All right, so that's some additional point scoring you can add to the game. In games that are above 2 players, rather than these 2 colored ones, there are some single colored cards that go out there. So if you match them up exactly, and you have like this one here, you had a mathematician grab that, that's worth 5 points, as opposed to our other analyzed data. If we look at this one that is the 2 colored one, it's worth 3 points, right? So that adds some more challenge and variety to the game. All in all, though, this is a really simple game. It's not very complex. Grade school kids can pick it up. The great thing is the grade school kids can get the names, they're going to learn the names of the heroes that have been part of the sciences and the whole STEM ecosystem over history. Also, the heroes have some abilities at the bottom of them. Some of them are fairly simple and mundane. Other ones can be a little bit confusing, and you may need to go look up online how they work out if you want to be a rules stickler about how all of that goes. For the most part, they play out pretty well, though. So I guess as a game, as if I was looking for a card game and something that was challenging, I would not recommend this game. Right, it's a fairly simple game. So if you're looking for a Magic level or Keyforge level game, this is not it. This is a sit down and play for maybe 30 minutes and do some quick set collection. This is good for grade school kids. This is good for learning, right? What I would recommend this for is just the cards are beautiful. And I think supporting STEM is great also, just getting that knowledge out there. The other thing I would say is, maybe 50% of the cards that are in here are women that have excelled in the field also, right? So like Madame Curie here or Alice Ball, like these are great people that, maybe kids haven't heard of. So I would recommend STEM Epic Heroes. I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for a hardcore game to play, but if you're somebody that likes easy card games and wants something quick that they can play and likes beautiful artwork, kind of likes to play the theme, right, and experience the environment of a card game, this has got that in spades. So that is STEM Epic Heroes. Check it out. Thanks for watching this episode. Please leave any comments or suggestions you have below. If you like this episode, make sure to click on that like button, and you can click on the crazy jackalope to stay up to date with any new content that rolls out.